to grow plum trees? Growing plums can be a valuable addition to a homegrown diet. These fruits are delicious either fresh or cooked in a wide range of recipes. The right plum trees, placed in the right location, can provide an abundant source of these healthy fruits for many years to come. Some years, the fruiting may even be so prolific that you wonder what on earth to do with all of the produce. Growing plum trees can be so heavily laden some years that branches can bend right down to the ground or even snap under the weight of the fruits. Plum trees come in many shapes and sizes. They can be suitable for many different gardens. You can find varieties to grow in the ground or in containers for small space gardening. But the first thing to determine is whether growing plums is right for your garden. How to acclimate plum trees? Acclimating plum trees helps minimize environmental stress when planting. Because our potted plum trees are grown in our controlled greenhouse environment, they may arrive to you already sprouting tender new growth. Temperature: below 50 degrees Fahrenheit or above 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Frost snaps. Strong or direct sunlight. Wind. These conditions are more likely to occur during early spring, but can happen during other times of year in different growing zones. Choosing a location for plum trees. The best way to succeed is to plan before you plant. Do you know where you want to plant your new trees? Avoid many future problems by considering all aspects of the planting spot, such as cross-pollination, sun and good soil. Check out the surroundings. Space wisely. Leave space for future planting. Planting plum trees. Successfully establishing a young fruit tree in your yard starts with your planting site and method. Once a fruit tree is established, it needs little assistance to grow and bear fruit. But you'll want to make sure you give your trees the right foundation. Fruit trees require fertile soil for good growth, so before you plant, check your soil pH. Soil preparation for plum trees. Preparing your soil before you plant will greatly improve your plant's performance and promote healthy, vigorous growth. It is a good idea to have your soil tested to determine if it is lacking in any essential minerals and nutrients. The goal of soil preparation is to replenish vital minerals and nutrients, as well as break up and loosen any compacted soil. Nutrients with fertilizers or organic matter, as well as breaking up and loosening compacted soils. Fertilizing plum trees. Fertilizing is an excellent way to replenish the nutrients in your soil, especially nitrogen. Nitrogen encourages green vegetative growth, which is exactly what you want to promote before your plum tree reaches its fruit-bearing years. Some of the types of plums include Moyer plum. This common plum has sweet taste. It has purple skin with juicy yellow-orange to umber flesh. Damson's plum. Popular tart-flavored plum with dark purple skin and yellowish-green flesh. Damsons are relatively small ovate plum-like fruit with a distinctive, somewhat astringent taste and are widely used for culinary purposes, particularly in fruit preserves and jams. Elephant heart plum. This type of sweet Japanese plum has dark red to purple mottled skin and sweet juicy red flesh. A decorative fruit tree that produces greater than average fruit yields known for its sweet, delicious flavor and striking interior color. Greengage plum. Green type of plum with a delicious honey-sweet taste. They are considered to be among the finest desert plums. Myrobalan plum. Small round plum that looks like red or yellow cherry. The size of a small plum with a thin skin and a nice sweet flavor. The flesh is somewhat mealy, but is also juicy. Santa Rosa plums. The plums are large in size with red to purple coloring, ripening mid-season. Their fine-textured clingstone flesh is delicious when eaten fresh, canned, or used in cooking. Blood plum. A small and attractive fruiting deciduous tree, leaves are green and flowers before the onset of fruit are pink and white and fragrant. It is rich, juicy and dark red from skin to stone and is sweet and flavorsome. Pests and diseases. Crown gall. Trees appear stunted and slow growing, leaves may be reduced in size, little or no fruit. If tree is dead, inspect roots for hard, woody tumors. Bacterial canker. Appears on branches and trunk as gummy cankers and water-soaked areas. Fruit develops dark, deeply sunken areas, causing them to be more likely to get brown rot. Cool, wet weather after blooming favors development. Black knot. Appears as hard black knobby growths on twigs and branches. Will eventually girdle and kill branches. Scale. Usually on bark of young twigs and branches, encrusted with small hard, circular, scaly raised bumps with yellow centers, may also be on fruit. Sap feeding weakens the tree. Tarnished plant bug. Yellow-brown winged insect may have black spot or red stripes. Injects toxins into the buds and shoots causing dwarfed shoots and sunken areas on fruit. Leaf roller. Pale yellow or dirty green worms. Leaves are rolled and webbed together where insects feed. Eventually becomes skeletonase. Aphids. They are the size of a pinhead and vary in color depending on the species. Clusters on stems and under leaves, sucking plant juices. Leaves then curl, thicken, yellow and die. Brown rot. Fruit turns brownish with lighter spots. Quickly becomes soft, rotten and unusable. Bacterial leaf spot. Appears on the undersides of leaves as black or brown spots. Often the center falls out leaving a hole with a red halo. The leaves may turn yellow and fall. Fruits also get spots, sunken areas and cracks. Green fruit worm. Bluish-gray moth. Larvae are 1 inch long, usually green or brown with white spots and body stripes. Feeds on young leaves and young fruits. Plum curculio. Adult is brownish-gray 1.5 inches long, hard-shelled beetle with long snout and 4 humps on back. Cuts a crescent-shaped hole under the fruit skins and lays eggs. Worms hatch and tunnel into fruit. Premature dropping of fruit can occur. Cherry fruit fly. This fly is very similar to apple maggot. Adults similar to housefly but smaller. Larvae are yellowish-white worms. Eggs lay under fruit skins. Larvae tunnel making railroad pattern. Small pinpoint sting marks visible on fruit. Mites. Pinpoint size, many different colors. Found on undersides of leaves. Sap feeding causes bronzing of leaves. Severe infestations have some silken webbing. Rose chafer. Beetle has an 1/2 inch long, tan wings with reddish-brown edges. Long, thin hairy legs. Skeletonizes leaves and flowers. Present in large quantities in June and July. Worst on sandy sites near grassy areas. Borers. Appears as a thick, gummy substance leaking from round holes on the trunk or in a crotch of the tree. Worms with brown heads and cream-colored bodies tunnel through trunks that will kill the tree. Japanese beetle. Adult is a metallic green beetle. It skeletonizes leaves. Larvae are a grub, which feeds on turf roots. Check turf product labels for timing of control of grubs. Powdery mildew. Whitish-gray powdery mold or felt-like patches on buds, young leaves and twigs. Leaves may crinkle and curl upward. Leaf hopper. Various colors and similar to aphids, the small, active, slender-winged insects are usually found on the underside of leaves. Retard growth, leaves become whitened, stippled or mottled. Thrips. Tiny, slender, fringed wing insects ranging from 1 to 1.8 inch long. Nymphs are pale yellow and highly active, and adults are usually black or yellow-brown, but may have red, black or white markings. Corinium blight. Small reddish-purple spots appear on young leaves, then enlarge, and eventually dropping out of the leaf blade, leaving a short hole. It appears on fruit, usually in clustered as light brown spots or lesions with dark purple margins. Scab. Spots on young leaves are velvety, and olive green turns black, leaves wither, curl and drop. Fruit also has spots, is deformed, knotty, cracked and drops. Leaf curl. Leaves become thickened, puckered and twisted with a reddish-purple color along puckered areas. Turn yellow and drop, may completely defoliate and causes weakening of tree. Any remaining dead leaves should be removed in the fall and all debris removed from the area. Blotch. Fungus disease that is spread by rain in spring and early summer and can appear as early as 2 to 3 weeks after petal fall. Patches of dark green to black, circular or irregular in shape, may merge together to cover a large area of the fruit's surface. Sometimes it can be rubbed or washed off, but may leave a brown discoloration on fruit. Little damage is done to the flesh. Pruning plum trees. Pruning is a very important part of proper fruit tree care, but many people find the task overwhelming. It doesn't have to be. You can have confidence in knowing that not everyone will prune the exact same way. It is definitely best for your tree to do some pruning versus no pruning. Harvesting plum trees. Are you ready to enjoy delicious homegrown fruit? Harvest is the time to enjoy the results of your hard work. Keep a few things in consideration as you reap the fruits of your labor. The best time to pick the fruit from your tree, and how to store the fruit. Make sure to wait until just the right time to pick your fruit. Plums are ready to be picked when they separate easily from the tree with a little twist. They should not be picked when firm.